Hi guys, this is Lisa from Local King Robert and welcome to my channel. In my last video, I already shared with you guys how to use the ink refill to create 5 different Memento colors. So Memento ink pack are my favorite ink pack. The only thing is they only have a 36 color. I wish that they can have more colors. So I found out they have the re-inker, the ink refill for the Kaleidos color. So I came out with this idea. I refill, I use those 5 color. You can find all the number from the back, and I create the 5 brand new ink packs. I'm very happy with that, and you can find all the material. I mean the on ink pack or the ink refill from the image craft. I will put the link below and then you can check it out. So this is not a sponsor video. This is just something I like and I share with you. So I really created 5 brand new impact color. I'm really happy with the result, and especially this is the color that I am looking for. They are different with the original Memento color. So I created this color swap because I found out the color here is not really accurate. So I kind of create a little strip here to help me to find the color. And then if you compare with the color, they are different. So now I kind of add 5 more different color, and the next time when I cross the border, I'm going to order more on ink impact, and I'm going to add another, maybe the earth tone color, the green color, so that way I can have more color. I don't know. 36 colors sounds like a lot, but it's always like that. You always missing a pair of shoes for a woman. But not me. I don't really care about the shoes. It's for like you always need one more impact. So it's like never enough. Okay, so that was some interrupt from when I created this card because I really want to create that deep blue color, and I'm like short of one color. So now I have this forest blue is number 23, and then I have a submarina color, so I think it's going to turn out be perfect. Okay, so we're going to use this 2023's new stamp set, and this is the stamp set that is a limited edition that I designed for our Caribbean cruise. And then the cruise was so much fun. So right away after we come back, I book another 2 cruises for 2024. One is the Caribbean cruise leaving from Tampa in February, right after the Stamp Fest. So if you are living somewhere north, it's very cold, it's a good time to head into south. Come visit the Stamp Fest show. It's awesome show. And after the Stamp show, after the Stamp Fest show, we can head into the Caribbean and then have another 5-day awesome vacation. So if you are living on the west, you have never been on the Alaska before, we also have an Alaska cruise leaving from Vancouver, which is my hometown. And so that's another 7 days cruise. So for my cruise, I will design something special for our onboard activity. Plus, I will mix with some old design too. So I will prepare all the material that you need, and you will get a goodie bag, and totally worth the price you pay. For the Caribbean cruise is only $100. For the Alaska cruise is $150. So Caribbean cruise is two classes on board, and every class have 4 classes. 4 cards, and for the Alaska cruise is going to be the 3 class, and every class is 4 cards. So I am trying to keep my class small, so we are only take a 24 craft on board, and so far I know they are doing pretty well. So and then for the Caribbean cruise and the Alaska cruise, I will design something totally different. And this one, we still have a few set available. Once when we sold out, and that's it. We are not going to produce more. So 2023, we are not going to have a new die cut anymore, and this is the image die cut. If you have a die cut machine like a quickest broad skin cut, I know there's a few other die cut machine, digital die cut machine. I'm not familiar with it. I'm good with the broader skin cut and the Cricut. If you like to learn a little bit more how to upload, download, you like a basic technique, if you want to learn how to use the basic digital die-cut image, die-cut machine, please send me an email, say, just leave me a title, say, hey Lisa, I'm interested, I want to buy one, but I'm not sure I know how to use it. It can be very complicated. I am not expert of the digital die-cut machine, but I'm sure I can introduce you the basic technique that's good enough for you to create the things that you need, because it can be very complicated and sometimes it just doesn't work. Trust me, I've been there, done that, because I did whatever they say, why it's not working, and then I figured out, oh, that's something like that. So if you like to get a little bit more information, send me an email, let me know, because I'm going to set up a meeting and I'm going to go through step by step with you guys to teach you how to download it, the digital image file, the PNG file, and upload it to the quickest workspace. And then there's two kind of file. One is SVG and one is a PNG. They are different, so I will explain a little bit later, because I know a lot of you guys are not into the digital stuff. So that's totally fine. So just if in case you're interested in the digital stuff, just send me an email. For example, this is one of the digital image that I use this image, and then you can zoom out, zoom in, make it big, enlarge, make it small, change the shape a little bit. So a lot of things to do. So today's video, I am going to actually show you guys that there is going to have a free PNG file. So this is the PNG file. It's very easy to use. It's going to be free for you to download. But this one, if they have a print image, so that's going to be part of this set. So they come with this set, and also come with a full unique background. The whole set, they are actually on sale, or you can just purchase just the same set without the background, and then they all come with I think it's 12 different digital image to come with it. So that's something. Okay, so but for this one is for you to download, is free, and then we can create a stencil. And then I'm going to do a little bit change of this one, because this one, when I create this one, I just use one of the negative die. After you die cut it, the negative section to do the stencil. And after that, I say I want to kind of have some this manta ray. So I remember one year I was in the Hawaii, the big island, and then they have the not short exposure, they have a tool. It's talking about the manta ray tool, but unfortunately that tool is happen after the dark. Can you imagine dark in the middle of the ocean? I don't think so I can make it, but I always want to see this. It's just amazing creature that swim the ocean, but you can always find it from the National Geography. So I kind of want to create that kind of manta ray, like a swimming, circling around in the ocean. So that's why I come out with this card. And then when I create this card, I say I am short of one blue. There's one blue is missing, and then I go digging and I found out, oh, I'm able to make my own impact. So sorry for the delay, and we are going to start our video. It's not very complicated, and then we are going to use our magic mushroom. Okay, so that's started. If you like to learn a little bit more how to create your own custom impact, make sure you watch the video number 363. So in that video, I kind of explain to you how you can do that. So today's card project is going to be 5.5 by 5.5, and the white card is a 5.25 by 5.25. So this is a watercolor card that is a Canson watercolor card that is 130 pounds. It's pretty thick, so it's good for blending and use the water. And then I use this laminator, half of the laminator sheet to create my stencil. So this is my stencil, okay? And this is a half size of the laminator sheet unlaminated. And then so I found out this is a much cheaper, and then they are pretty strong. After you use it, you can keep it, and then you can use it for the next project. I choose this one instead of a Mara because I found out the Mara is a little bit thicker than this laminated sheet because of my Manta Ray. The tail is very fine, so if my stencil is a little bit too thick, I won't be able to do the tail, so it's going to be a little bit hard. So that's why I use a half of the like a half sheet, like a one side of a laminator sheet to create this stencil, and works so well. So this one, the PNG file is going to ready for you to download. If you have like a Mink machine, you want to do some foil, I think it will be looks awesome if you foil this on the glossy cardstock with some kind of dark navy blue. Sorry, Boo Boo is making noise. Sorry about that. Okay, where were I? Okay, so we're talking about this one. This one is a PNG file, and then like I say, you can print it, and then you can do some half foil. I think it's going to look pretty. So it's free for you to download it. Just make sure you check it out. I will put the link below. Okay, so that's to start our first part. We are going to we're not going to use this one first. We are going to actually build out our background first. And then I'm going to share with you one tool that I found from the dollar store, and then it works so well. Okay, so we are going to use our magic mushroom to do the blending. A lot of misinformation. I don't want to talk about the other company copy all the product, those kind of stuff. That's not important. I just want to make sure that if you purchase a set of a Local Kings magic mushroom, I have created over 100 videos to show you guys how to use those magic mushroom. These mushrooms, they can be they can rub, they can circling, they can tapping, they can do all the kind of things. So I actually added the story. How did I come out with this magic mushroom? All like from the beginning to the start. If you want to know, just make sure you check. You click the link below, and then you can find the information. The idea was come from a makeup sponge, but the final product is something totally different. So I never receive all the doubt about the Local Kings magic mushroom. Thank you very much for trust me. But I did watch some other design things YouTube videos. They say those sponge head, I don't know, other people's product, they can only tap. So maybe the material is different because or magic mushroom is a custom made. It's not something you find from the Amazon or something from the eBay. It looks something similar, and then you just bought it and then use it. If you have a doubt of this magic mushroom, which so far we have sold hundreds of boxes of or magic mushroom, I have never ever received one customer told me that something wrong with about our magic mushroom. So because now slowly we are going to see something similar product on the market. Sooner or later we're going to see these on the Amazon pretty soon. But I just want to let you know they are different. If you think the cheaper product, you're fine, you're willing to give it a try, go for it. But for our royal customer, one thing I can guarantee you is our product, the quality is number one. And all the video that I have produced to back up my product. So I just want to make that clear for you guys. Local Kings magic mushroom, you can rub, you can tap, you can circling, you can abuse your magic mushroom, but don't do too much because after all, it's just tool. Right? Okay, so this is our 5.25 by 5.25 Canson watercolor stock. They have a two side. We're going to use one of the side is a little bit smoother. And then I'm going to use just one of the magic mushroom to do all blue color. You can see this is the one, and the or magic mushroom, the top is flat. You can see from the side, they are not wrong because original those makeup sponge you find it, they are designed for makeup because our face is uneven. So when you have something wrong, you apply the foundation. That's how you do it. But we are using this tool on the paper. So if the tip is wrong, the contact part is only that wrong part, like the point part. So that's not going to blend in well. So I want you just compare if you can find anything on the market is flat, give a try, right? It maybe work, maybe not. And also our foam is harder, so it will last longer time. Okay, so enough about the magic mushroom. Today I was watching Nancy Stamp's YouTube channel. She's so sweet. She is trying to back up Local King's magic mushroom as much as she can. I really appreciate that. So, and then since I launched this magic mushroom, you have no idea how many messages I delete because people think those mushrooms make you high. Probably, maybe it make you high when you do the crafting, make you high. Okay, so the knowledge is very important. Like I really use my magic mushroom a lot, and today I'm going to use just one of the magic mushroom to do all different kind of blue tone. So you don't have to wash your clean your magic mushroom every time after you use it. But like I was working from the light color to the dark color with just one magic mushroom, but now I want to go back to my lighter color, but my mushroom is suck all the darker color. So it's a good idea to clean it. So what you're gonna do is when you clean it, you don't deepen the whole thing inside the water because the tube is hollow. They are going to pick up the water, is going to ruining your work later. So you can see I just dip in the spongy part inside the water and I kind of just squeeze a few times. I know a lot of you guys bought those magic mushrooms, but you didn't really use them. You know what? Bring it out, give it a try. And now we have a very, very pretty cocktail color. So you just do a few times and clean it. Okay, just squeeze out. You will find out the ink is actually go to the water. The few times when you squeeze it, and then the color is actually, the water come from your mushroom is not that blue anymore. And then you are going to use a wet dry cloth. Kind of really absorb all the extra water. Okay. Like this. See, even like we soak the water, wash it, our head is flat. So you need a flat head to do the blending. If your applicator is wrong, that makes sense, right? When you rubbing the color, because the surface is a curve. So how you can blend? That's why you can only tap. So that's the difference between Local King's magic mushroom with other companies' product. Okay, so and then we are going to try the color I just create, the forest blue. Okay, so this is what I did. I just added some color swatch on top and going to just do that. Okay, so your magic mushroom, you have to be moisture but not wet. If it's too wet, it won't pick up the color. If it's too dry, they don't blend in well. In the beginning, I'm still learning to. In the beginning, I think before, like the first few videos that I created in 2019, I probably tell the people, you only need a little bit thin, but I realized when they are completely moisture, they actually blending better. Okay, so I will just, you can tap, that's okay, or you can rub. If it's a felt finish impact, I usually prefer rub, but if it's a foam shape, I will tap, just gently tap. And you can see that's a beautiful forest blue. And then the color is just pretty. This is the blue I am short. Okay, so I always kind of testing on my scrap paper first, make sure it's not too much, because if it's not enough, we can add more. So I probably will mix with a little bit water because I want to try to blend as smooth as I can. I don't want to have a starting line. So if you tap, that's going to leave a mark, right? So you can tap, depending on what are you doing. If you want to do the stencil, you use tap. But I want to do the circling. And then you got to make sure, because this is a sponge, only this part is inside that tube. If you do like this, of course, anything will break. So what you're going to do is you are going to just use your finger holding that sponge. Okay, so give a little bit support. Okay, so we are going to just draw a circle. Okay, just like this. Beautiful blue. Okay, that's good. Okay, I always testing a little bit on my scrap paper. Okay, and then drawing a circle. When you drawing the circle from outside, you start gently blending to the middle. See how easy I can blend? You always start with a light. If it's not enough, we add more. Don't try to use too much. And then I don't want to have a starting line. If you do like this, sometimes they just leave that mark. I want to have a very smooth, calm ocean. I don't want to have a one circle. Okay, so let's do again. That's why I spray with a little bit water. Okay, so just do again. Drawing a circle, and then when you bring the ink to the middle, you try to release a little bit pressure. There is two ways to do this. One way, we're going to make as smoother as we can. The other way, I kind of like to keep that draw like a circling line. It's kind of like a water tornado. It's like a swirling. So depend on what do you like. And then let's do again. See? Let's do a circle again. Gently, you can lean a little bit to the other, like lean one side. Okay, don't go too much to the middle, because we want to have that lighting shining through the deep of the ocean. So we are seeing from the bottom of the ocean, but we don't want to lose that light spot. It's very important, because usually we will accidentally make it too dark. And then you can just circling in, kind of lifting your magic mushroom a little bit. Don't put all your weight on top. Okay, so that's my light color. I am happy with that. And then I am going to use that's jump one color. So that's use or Bahama Blue. Bahama Blue is the original Memento Inkpad. And I put the gloves here. I was going to wear the gloves. I forgot, because I don't know, this Inkpad is dye-based Inkpad, but it's hard to clean. You have to really use a soap. Okay, so we're going to use the same magic mushroom from the light color to the dark color. You don't have to worry about clean your magic mushroom. You only need to clean your magic mushroom when you want to work back to the lighter color. So we're going to use the darker color. Same thing, we're just testing a little bit. If not enough, I add more. I don't want it too dark. So when it's still wet, we kind of just drawing a circle again. Okay, you can see here have some mark, right? And then kind of just leaning your pressure on the one side of the magic mushroom. And at the meantime, use your finger, the tip, the side, to support that spongy part. You don't want to wiggly, because if you keep doing that, I don't think any kind of tool won't last that long. Okay, and then join the circle again. Okay, I think that's good. And if you want a little bit more darker, we are going to just testing a little bit. One direction, don't try to do this and this and this. So one direction when you are done, and then you do reverse direction. There you go. Okay, and then let's try another darker color. I will go with this one, aquamarine. Same thing. We're going to use the magic mushroom. I don't even bother to change it. So that's the stuff on this corner. That's just we can use the tapping, rubbing, circling, you name it, you can all do it. Just make sure support your head, not your head, I mean your magic mushroom's head with your finger. You don't want them beheaded. So far nobody get killed doing my YouTube video, but one of the mushroom get a crack. So just be careful, try to support it. Okay, so far my blue is good, and then I'm going to just clean here first. Okay. Bring my card back, and then we are going to just rub a little bit color here. If you don't like this mark, which I kind of like it because I like that swirling. If you don't like it, you kind of just smooth it. It can be, but be very, very gentle. Don't lose your white spot. White spot is a Canadian restaurant, like a dentist. They are delicious, but they're getting so expensive. Okay, now I'm going to jump into the Paris dusk. Okay, still same thing. I am not changing my magic mushroom. Just okay, so I'm going to start from the corner. I'm going to start rubbing. See, I'm drawing a little circle. Okay, from outside, slowly bring to the inside. Again, from outside, slowly bring to inside. Okay, rotate it. From this corner, slowly drawing a circle. So you can rubbing, dragging, circling, tapping. Okay, gently drawing. Okay, like this. Slowly build it up. How's that look? It's getting there, right? It's really look like a deep blue sea. And the clean here. And the clean here. Okay, and make sure your hand clean. Okay, and then we are going to go to the another darkest nautical blue. I really give them credit how they come out with all the name of the blue. Okay, again. Start from the corner. You can tap. Okay, when you tap hard, like a bouncing, the corner is darker, right? Tap, 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 tap. And then release a little bit pressure. Okay, and then kind of rub a little bit. There you go. Rotate your card. Heat it. Tap, 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 tap. And rub it. Sometimes I even borrow some of my ink from my laminated sheet. Heat it. Rub it. What's the point if you have a tool that you cannot rub, only heat? So you only heat it. Oh, I mean only tapping. Don't you want to buy a toy? Not toy. Tool that's all in one. You can do everything. Okay, so you know what? Maybe you guys see these videos. You have to be an artist to do that. You don't have to be an artist, but you do have to practice a little bit. Okay, everything you want to get better. There is no magic tool. You just buy the tool and then you go home and then just sitting there and then the tool will do the magic things. It is you that make your artwork magic. So you got to use it. Ta-da! So that's very, I think that's very nice already. And then I am going to maybe, let's add a little bit electric blue. Electric blue. As long as it's darker color, you have no problem. Oh, I like these. So tapping, rubbing. Okay, when you rub, you really got to feel it. You know, don't put all your power like that. No, you want to release just like a gently brushing on the surface. When you tap, you can tap. Duh, yes. And then when you rub, kind of just gently brush. And then the color is slowly built out. So this is the one that I think it is just about the right. It's not very smooth. You can still see some kind of mark over there. So I think that's good enough. How do you like so far? I think that number 22, the crystal blue, it really bring that blue out. I mean this is like a lighter color. This is my original car. See, you do the compare. That blue is really grow. So that was the blue I missed. And it's called the crystal blue. And it is, sorry, it's actually the forest blue. That was the forest blue. Yeah, it was this blue. The forest blue. Man, too many blue. Okay, that's the forest blue. And that forest blue was one of the color from this blue breeze color is a 23. The good thing is 23 is not discontinued. So the 20, the number 20 is discontinued already, so they don't have a 20 anymore. Okay, and then we are going to do something else. If you want to, I have at least die cut already cut, so you can use this die cut as a stencil. So now I'm going to bring my dollar store tool. Remember in my last few video, I was talking about this one. I got this piece of metal from Michael's and I was using for my scrapbooking decoration. And then they don't have it anymore. So, and then I actually come out with, I went to Staples. And the Staples have this glass whiteboard. And I found out the back is a piece of metal, so it works perfect. And then, but unfortunately, they are kind of heavy. Okay, so today, I actually, not today, I think it was yesterday, I went to dollar store, Dollarama. I found this board. It's open. It's new. We didn't even open yet. They call magnetic stripe eraser board. So I think actually that will be a nice surface if you want to do some coloring, right? Because they can easily clean, right? Yeah, they work just fine. And also they have two magnet, but don't like this marker part. So let's see, can we use it or not? And then, oh, they give you some strip too. I don't know what is that. Okay, but I like my, oh, see, this is it's good enough. So I like this little magnet because they have a little handle, so you can easily pick it out. They are not really I think they are good enough. They are not as sticky as that just a piece of metal or that glass is a whiteboard, but it's only $4 Canadian dollars, so I think it's good enough if it work, right? Okay, so let's do these. Let's do these here. Okay, so we can use my seaweed here. Sorry, everybody sit nicely. Okay, we can use my seaweed. So we holding here. Let me see. Actually, they hold, so it's okay. And then I'm going to just do these. We're going to use a black color. And I am going to use my black magic mushroom. And then I think I accidentally dipping this black magic mushroom in the oxidized ink. And I didn't clean it well. So my phone is actually become a little bit harder. So you can use the magic mushroom with the oxidized ink, which like blending very well, but just have to be careful after you use it. You got to clean your magic mushroom well, because after they dry, you cannot change it anymore. So treat your magic mushroom like your expensive paint brushes. You cannot use the paint, the acrylic paint on your paint brushes and then you just leave it overnight. That's just the perfect way to kill your paintbrush, right? So even though now I try to clean it, but I touch it, I can feel my phone is a little bit harder. So just keep that in your mind. Any sponges, unless those are the like inexpensive wedges, you are not planning reuse again. So just be careful. Okay, but it still can do the job. So I'm going to just tapping around the corner. Okay, after you tap, I am going to gently brush. Okay, I'm going to just gently brush. Very important, one way only, because I try to hide my mark as much as I can. Okay, let's do that. So you can see I have some floating seaweed over there. I just read a paragraph. They say seaweed is actually a very healthy snack, helping you lose weight and fixing the craving part. Okay, so the corner, you tap, 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 make it dark, and then you kind of just brush a little bit. So that you create some kind of floating seaweed. But other way, we are going to just stamp. After all, we love stamp, right? So I'm going to grab a, I use Memento with my magic mushroom for like blending the color. But if you want to stamp, my favorite ink pack is the Versafine. Okay, so the honest review, this one is okay. It's light. It does the job. $4, I think it's okay. You want to have one, but I think if my favorite, I still this one. I think this is just a good one. But if you need something like that, it does the job. It's okay, and it's sticking enough, and it's light. So it's $4. If you guys want to get one from the dollar store, I think it's okay. Okay, so now I want to actually stamp some of my seaweed here. So I don't know which one you like. You like the floating shadow or you like the actually stamp image? So just to show you the both. I'm going to stamp here. Give a nice stamp. And I like these ink pad because you don't have to use the stamp positioner. The color is so rich that one stamp, they give you the fully coverage even though they are on the dark cardstock, right? Let's do a little bit seaweed here in the middle. I think enough seaweed. I love seaweed. Do you like seaweed? Do you like sushi? Sushi. Okay, so now we are going to actually use our stencil. So the stencil, let's bring it back. And my stencil, remember, it's free for you to download it. So I am going to just put here. And the top here, top here, top here, top here. Okay. If you want to put your magnet directly on the cardstock, so there is the laminated sheet, cardstock is not really sticky. So, but if you just, because the cardstock I'm using is quite thick, is actually 130 pounds. So it's kind of thick, so the magnet is lose the strength. But if you use that piece of metal, you can hold it even with like a thick cardstock. But I think it does the job because it's just stay there. Okay, and now we are going to use, we can use our Memento, or we can use the VersaFine. Let's just use the VersaFine. Okay, the VersaFine, maybe VersaFine is the one reason they kind of damage not damage, they kind of leave the ink on my, because I didn't really clean it after I use a VersaFine. So I have a manta right here. It's kind of swimming nicely. So now you tap because it's stencil, right? You can rub, you can tap, you do whatever you like. Okay. Tap, 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 tap. Okay. So I'm going to clean this one after this video. Let's move this one, move this one, move. Are you ready, guys? Ta-da! I think that looks good. If you find a little bit missing some of the stingray, you want to go back again. Let's try one more. This time, I am kind of just move some direction. I only want a very light color. Just to try one, see what's. I think that looks good too. So here is a light, here is a light. So I think that's good enough. And then, so pretty. See, this is the laminated sheet. It can be easy clean. So let's do this one. So this one, I think the $4 probably a Canadian, $3 US dollar. It does the job, but just remember one thing is, if you use a thicker cardstock, the magnet will lose the strength. Okay, and then now we are going to just glue my basic card. So I'm going to put a little bit more glue. And then I'm going to use just a regular cardstock. So far, did you see this blue is really pop out? So I think this is supposed to be right direction. I really like this blue that I just create by use the reinker, and then you guys definitely have to give it a try. And then we have this manta ray. We have a big one, or we have a small one. I think a big one probably a little bit too big, and then you actually cover my beautiful those turquoise blue. I'm really happy I find my favorite. Just a little guy here, and here is some sentiment, but you can put any kind of sentiment you like, right? So I just have a bunch of this small little guy. I am going to just put there, and you can put a sea turtle, like these. I think that's so pretty. You can put a sea turtle or set. We have other dotting ray. You can put the dotting ray, but I think because I want to just I just saw a video from the National Geography, and then those looking for the cover, those manta ray, they just swimming like thousands of them swimming. It's just amazing. Okay, here. So this impact, this custom impact, I just did a video, and I'm actually kind of concerned will they stay moisture, because this is a foam impact, and then they on their website they say it's for the refill for the pigment, but I know a lot of other impacts on the foam, so I assume it's okay. So 2 weeks later I'm going to do a recap. So that color, that beautiful blue, definitely make this ocean much deeper. If you don't compare, you say, oh, that's really good already. But when you, oh, it's a little bit wet, so this glue doesn't really stick. But when you compare, I think that blue is really worth all the dirty finger. This is still moisture, so my glue doesn't stay. So wait until you. So it's really worth the dirty finger, not the sticky finger, dirty finger. Or you can put the Oliver here. I think that's really cute too. Hey, do you want to see? Okay, this is something I want to show you. King in Alaska. This is a mini Oliver, and this is the big Oliver. I think the mini one is much cuter. The big one is kind of scary. I think maybe we should add a smile on his face. Look, my little mouse. I think that's much better. This is just something else I was kind of playing around. So big Oliver holding a small Oliver. Hope you like the king. Okay, so that's everything for today. Let me know what do you think about my new impact. Do you like my new color? This forest blue was the color that I have been looking for a while. Finally, I got it. Okay, so that's everything for today. I hope you liked today's video, and if you are interested to join us from Local King's stamping cruise to Caribbean or Alaska in 2024, make sure you visit our website, and then with a small amount of deposit for the Caribbean I think that they require a little bit more deposit for the Alaska because it's a 7-day show. The travel agent can secure the best rate for you. You book sooner, you get a better rate. And I think so far we're doing pretty good. Okay, and it's gonna be so much fun because I do all the hard work. I prepare everything. You just come on board and have fun. And that's everything for today. I hope you like today's video. If you do like my video, give me a thumb up, not a finger. So this is Lisa from Low Coking Rubber Stand. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.